We're back now with a potential fight over who owns a piece of land that wasn't there just a few months ago.
We've been looking into this ever since Shelly Island, which sits off the tip of Cape Hatteras and is almost a mile long, was discovered. It's more of a sandbar, really, if anything. A local businessman says it's his. But is it? 10 on your side's Andy Fox literally dove into this debate for us. Andy.
Yeah, Anita and Tom, as we saw at 4, the surf around the island is really unreal. North Carolina is known as a race statute state. That gives the first party who races to record their deed as the owner. Ken Barlow insists, since he was first to claim ownership of the island, he is the owner. Others say, not so fast. The buzz of the beach on Hatteras Island is not the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. It is down here, down under, shells in the surf, thousands of them replenished every day. On a sandbar known as Shelly Island that pops up out of the Atlantic looking like a giant crescent moon. And claiming island ownership?
I own it. It's clear. The story's over.
Hampton Roads businessman and Hatteras Island homeowner Ken Barlow is the very first to file a quitclaim deed with the Register of Deeds in Dare County, claiming all right, title, interest, and claim to Shelly Island. Does Barlow really own the sandbar Shelly Island? National Park Service Superintendent David Halleck.
Shelly Island is either owned by the National Park Service or the state of North Carolina.
And no one else?
That's our best understanding.
It. No Ken Barlow coming along, huh?
Can't comment on Mr. Barlow's claim.
Halleck won't comment on Barlow's quitclaim deed, but he knows all about it, and so does Dare County Manager Bobby Alton, who says he is really sure Barlow does not own Shelly Island.
It's either owned by the state or it's owned by the Park Service.
Alton says, look at North Carolina state law. If an island formed in any navigable water, title to such island shall vest in the state. Not with Ken Barlow, but with the state. What do you want to say?
I disagree.
Can you give me any scenario under which you think Ken Barlow actually owns this island?
No.
And Alton notes Barlow's quitclaim deed, as opposed to a more legally sound and binding warranty deed, contains no guarantees of ownership at all. That Barlow's wife, who is receiving Shelly Island from her husband, could later find out her husband was not legally able to sell the property at all under the quitclaim deed.
The only way his quitclaim deed would deed something to his wife would be if he owned something to start with.
Which Alton says Barlow doesn't own. And Barlow himself knows he needs better legal standing too.
Hatteras Island Veterans Park, LLC. We will then turn that over to a lawyer in Southern Shores, and he will draft a general warranty deed.
Which raises another issue. Shelly Island is constantly moving. Take a look. Here's a satellite shot of Cape Point from 2016, no island. January 2017. You could see water breaking over the top part of the new sandbar. And look, by July 7th, Shelly Island is almost a mile long. But look, it's filling in and could connect to Cape Point. Would that then make it federal property?
Great question, and it very well could be simply an extension of the National Park Service property.
Barlow, who is a sharp critic of the National Park Service, if given the choice, sides with North Carolina.
I agree it's state property. It's North Carolina, not North Carolina owned property. It's under the domain and jurisdiction of Dare County and North Carolina.
But Barlow, who never runs from a fight, says, you think you own it? Prove it. If you think I'm wrong, take me to court.
That's it.
We asked Virginia Beach resident Leslie Wills about Shelly Island, the sandbar in the sea. Who do you think owns it?
God. Who else?
How about that? We wanted the state of North Carolina to weigh in on this and receive this today. Shelly Island is not open for claim by private party. The land belongs to either the federal government or to the state of North Carolina. Don't tell that to Ken Barlow, though. Later this month, he plans on planting sea oats to further build up Shelly Island. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on your side.